Before history began, before the rise of kings and gods, there was another world, a world older than ours, radiant, advanced, and dying. Its people were the Anunnaki, a race of scientists, explorers, and architects of stars. Their planet Nibiru drifted on a vast, unstable orbit through our solar system. For thousands of years, they thrived among towers of light and rivers of metal, cities that reached the clouds, and skies alive with electric storms. But their greatness carried a price. Nibiru's atmosphere began to collapse. Volcanic storms poisoned the air. Their towers cracked under the weight of their own brilliance. The young had never seen the stars. The old remembered a time when the heavens still shone. Facing extinction, their king Anu summoned the greatest minds of their age. Among them, his sons, Enki, the engineer, and Enlil, the commander. The solution was found in a single element: gold. When dispersed into the upper atmosphere, it could restore the dying skies of Nibiru. But the metal was rare, and their world was running out. So they looked to the stars for salvation. They searched every planet, every moon, until one probe returned, a signal from the third planet from the sun. A world abundant with gold, a world teeming with life. The Anunnaki called it Ki. We call it Earth. The Anunnaki descended to Earth, landing in the fertile plains between the rivers Tigris and Euphrates. There, they built their first city, Eridu, the home of Anu, the cradle of civilization. With them came the Eigi, their labor force, strong and tireless. They mined, built, and obeyed. For centuries, they toiled beneath the heat of alien suns, until the day the Eigi rebelled. Their rebellion shook the heavens. The Anunnaki, once gods of endless power, faced a simple truth: even perfection grows weary of chains. But the gold was still needed. And Enki proposed a solution. In the forest below, primitive hominids watched the stars with wonder. Enki saw potential in their eyes. Flesh could replace metal, obedience could be engineered. In hidden chambers of light and stone, they began their work. They took the essence of the Anunnaki and joined it with the creatures of the earth. From dust, clay, and divine code life was rewritten. And from that mixture, Adamu was born. He was the first of his kind, not born, but made. To the Anunnaki, Adamu was perfect, intelligent, strong, loyal. The first human. In time, others were made, men and women, laborers and farmers. They worked the gold mines, carrying the wealth of earth into the heavens. As the gold flowed, Nibiru's skies began to clear. The balance was restored, and for a time, there was peace. The Anunnaki allowed their creations to see their gardens, Eden, the abode of life. But among the humans, curiosity stirred. They looked upon their makers and wondered. Enki pitied them. He whispered secrets into their dreams, the names of stars, the weight of numbers, the taste of freedom. But knowledge is never free. Enlil, the commander, saw the spark of rebellion growing. To him, humanity was a tool, not a child. The gods quarreled brother against brother, and man was cast out of the garden. But what the Anunnaki saw as exile became our awakening. Humanity multiplied. They built villages, altars, and memory. And among them, the Anunnaki walked. Some ruled as kings, others took human wives. From their union came giants, the Nephilim, the hybrid children of heaven and earth. Titans with the minds of the Anunnaki and the hunger of men. They built empires. They waged war. The earth trembled under their weight. The Anunnaki saw what they had done and despaired. Enlil decreed that the world must be cleansed. Across the sky, their ships gathered. Engines charged. Weapons aligned with the poles. Then came the storm. Lightning split the heavens. The oceans rose to devour the land. From horizon to horizon, the flood erased all that had been built. Temples fell. Cities drowned. The screams of men echoed through water and thunder. But one was spared. A man named Utnapishtim. Enki, defying his brother, whispered to him in dreams, "Build a vessel. Save your bloodline. The storm is coming." Guided by that voice, he built an ark of wood and light inscribed with golden symbols of the gods. As the waves consumed the world, his vessel rose above the flood. And when the water receded, the earth was silent once more. The Anunnaki descended from the sky. They surveyed the desolation. Their purpose had been fulfilled. And one by one, they departed. Their ships rose from the ziggurats, flames trailing across the dawn. Humanity watched in awe and terror as their creators vanished into the stars. But they did not leave empty-handed. They left monuments, markers of their presence. Pyramids aligned to Orion, stones that sing with frequency, structures that defy time and logic, all pointing, not upward, but homeward. Long after their departure, their story remained. Across every continent, in every age, the same legends reappear. The Sumerians called them Anunnaki, the Egyptians, Nibiru, the Hindus, Devas, the Maya, Kukulkan. Different names, one memory. The visitors from the sky who taught, who ruled, who vanished. Even now, their fingerprints remain in our DNA, our myths, our architecture. The double helix itself bears their mark, a code not of chance, but design. Science calls them mutations, but perhaps they are messages waiting to be read. And above us, something stirs. A faint red world, glimpsed again at the edge of our solar system. The same orbit described in ancient tablets. The same promise etched in stone. They would return, not to rule, but to see what had become of their creation. In the deserts and the skies, strange lights move against the wind, objects that defy our understanding. Silent, deliberate, watching. Our ancestors called them gods. We call them UAPs. But to the Anunnaki, we are still their work. Still evolving, still unfinished. Every myth, every temple, every scripture, a fragment of a story written in gold and blood. We are not the beginning. We are not the end. We are the continuation. The Anunnaki left us more than life. They left us purpose, to evolve, to remember. And when the stars realign, to meet them again, they said they would return. And the sky is no longer silent.